Have you ever felt like you're living in a world that wasn't designed for you? Like everyone else received a manual for life, and yours got lost in the mail? Maybe you sit quietly in conversations that feel like performances, seeing behind the words to the quiet desperation and masked loneliness beneath the surface. If you've ever wondered whether there's something wrong with you for feeling too much, thinking too deeply, or craving something more, you're not broken. You're rare. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist and founder of analytical psychology, identified what he called a dangerous perception, possessed by only a small number of individuals. These people don't just see the world, they see through it. They notice the subtle micro-expressions, the buried fears, the contradictions between someone's words and their energy. If this resonates with you, you may belong to this rare group whose consciousness operates at a frequency that many can't comprehend. Sign 1. You see through people. Jung called it dangerous perception, because people who possess it become mirrors, and mirrors are terrifying for those who have spent their lives avoiding their reflection. When you walk into a room, others may feel discomfort without knowing why. Your ability to see their hidden selves unsettles them. You pick up what's left unsaid, the secrets behind smiles, and the pain behind achievements. It's not that you want to. This depth of perception is simply how you process reality. Sign 2. You're allergic to superficiality. Small talk drains you. Surface-level conversations feel like starvation to your soul. You crave depth, honesty, and soul-to-soul communication. While others are content with emotional fast food, you long for something nourishing and real. Jung described this existential tension as being too awake to sleep, too human to transcend. It's not pretentiousness, it's survival. Superficiality suffocates you, while depth feeds your spirit. Sign 3. You absorb everything. You might often feel exhausted, even when nothing seems to be wrong. That's because you absorb the emotions of others, their grief, their rage, their fears. Jung called this phenomenon participation mystique, where the boundaries between self and others dissolve. Most people experience this occasionally. You, however, live in it. This emotional absorption is why you require so much solitude. Alone time isn't avoidance, it's how you return to yourself. Sign 4. You're fragmented to fit in. To survive in a world that doesn't understand your depth, you create versions of yourself. The professional you, the social you, the family-friendly you. Each mask you wear is a small betrayal of your authentic self. This fragmentation creates chronic fatigue, anxiety, and even depression, not because you're mentally ill, but because you're spiritually suffocating. Pretending to be normal is killing your soul. Sign 5. You recognize your own kind instantly. Despite the loneliness, there are moments when you meet someone and feel an instant soul recognition, like finding a long-lost member of your tribe. This synchronicity, as Jung called it, defies logic. These rare encounters validate everything you've ever felt but could never explain. Once you've tasted true recognition, shallow interactions feel unbearable. Sign 6. You carry a purpose too big for one lifetime. You don't just have a job, you carry a purpose. It's not about conventional success. It's about transformation. You feel it in your bones, in those 3 a.m. wake-up calls when inspiration strikes. Jung believed that those who have integrated their shadow self carry a responsibility to be a bridge, to heal, to speak truths others can't, to awaken something dormant in the world. But this purpose requires you to be fully, unapologetically yourself, which can feel like social suicide in a world obsessed with conformity. Sign 7. Your greatest wound is your greatest gift. Many who possess this rare personality type share a common thread, a sacred wound. Maybe you were the sensitive child who saw through family lies, the teenager who never fit in, or the adult who still feels like an outsider. That wound, that pain, shaped your perception. It forced you inward, taught you to see in the dark, and now you can guide others through theirs. Jung believed this wound is not something to erase but to integrate. It's the source of your power. You're not a healer because you're flawless, you're a healer because you're real. You're not too much. You're not broken. You're rare, and the world needs people like you. People who feel deeply, see clearly, and crave truth over comfort. The path you walk won't be easy. You'll be misunderstood, rejected, even feared. But you'll also find your tribe, those who recognize your frequency and say, "Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you." Your sensitivity is not a flaw. It's a superpower. Your refusal to accept shallow living is not a weakness. It's your greatest contribution. In your pain, it has made you powerful. So now the question becomes, will you continue to pretend to be ordinary? Or will you embrace your depth, your purpose, your truth? Because the world doesn't need more people who fit in. It needs people who stand out. It needs you.